Elizabeth Ayler has been a fruitarian for over 3 years now.
To me, fruitarianism is consuming a majority, about 80 to 90% of your calories from fresh raw fruit and the other 20% from dark leafy greens and vegetables. When I was like age 13, I was overweight and I was unhappy and I barely worked out. I would just want to come home from school and eat a ton of food. And I decided to get together and I started working out and started kickboxing, and I went vegetarian, and immediately I lost about 15 pounds and I had more energy, and I started to get into the animal aspect of it, and I decided to take it a step further and go vegan. So after about 2 years of vegetarian, I went vegan for 6 months and then was researching and looking at other books, and I found the raw lifestyle. So I said, hey, why not? So when you follow this lifestyle, you have to find bulk and wholesale and that type of things, because when you're buying organic produce and you just go to the store, it can be very expensive because you have to get in a lot of calories, so you have to buy pounds of fruit. So what I do is I order dates from an organic farm in California. I order them from the Living Tree community, and I also order them from the Date People, and I order them in 11 pound cases, and sometimes I'll order like 2 or 3 boxes and keep them in my fridge. Those are a great source of calories, and they're so good for you, full of fiber, and they taste awesome, so it's great to have on hand. And also I shop at a co-op, so all the fruit is local and it is organic. So I get a good deal there, and I also order boxes and cases of things. So I'll order like a 40-pound case of bananas. So I'll get one every like 10 days or so that I always have bananas ripe. Let's go get some fruit.
Arriving back from the farmer's market, Elizabeth will show us what her daily meals consist of.
For breakfast, I try to get in a majority of my calories. I'll have basically a watermelon. I'll just cut it open and dig it out with a spoon. Dig it out with a spoon, or I'll have Daterade, which is just like 16 dates blended with about a liter of water, or I'll make a large greens juice that has kale and celery and cucumber and apples in it. I'll make about 2 liters of that. And for lunch, I'll have either 8 to 10 bananas, just eaten whole with spinach, or I'll just blend them up with some coconut water. And for dinner, I normally make a big salad, or I'll make spaghetti out of zucchini noodles. So I'll spiralize the zucchini noodles and make a tomato sauce out of tomatoes, maybe some mango, and I'll just pour it all on top and chop up some celery and some cucumber and bell pepper, and it is delicious. Being fruitarian, you don't need a stove and a microwave and all these high-tech crock pots and toasters. All you basically need is you need a nice big knife to cut open your watermelons and your mango and stuff, and you need a blender, a good blender. I have a Vitamix blender. It's like a high-speed one, and it works awesome, blending sauces and smoothies. Being a fruitarian, I don't cook any of my food. I'm basically a vegan. I don't consume any products that have dairy, cheese, but also I don't consume grains. I don't consume anything that's heated. I may dehydrate some few things, maybe dehydrate some bananas to take with me on the go, but they are not heated above 115 degrees. So nothing's cooked, nothing's processed, everything is just whole, fresh from the trees, just fresh, ripe, organic fruit that you always wash with some veggie wash to get off all the pesticides. You should try to get a majority of your food, especially things with no skin at all, organic. But like melons and pineapples, those things, you can get those non-organic as long as you wash them and just make sure you clean all your fruits to get all the pesticides and everything off of them.
She's really met like another whole group of people with her association with the online group of 30 Bananas a Day. Definitely, if you're going to follow this lifestyle, you definitely need some kind of a support group because it's not an easy thing to do.
30 Bananas a Day is an online community, kind of like Facebook, and it was created by Freely. When I first went raw, I didn't know about it, so I was kind of all by myself. I was experimenting with high-fat raw, which is making a lot of things out of soaking raw nuts and dehydrating them to make granolas and to make like pizza and stuff. But raw, it's still all raw. And I really didn't like it. I felt kind of sick, like it was too much nuts and too much fat. It was just making me feel sick. So I read the 80-10-10 book, which is the 80-10-10 diet, 80% carbs, 10% protein, and 10% fat. And it's all fruits and vegetables, and it was came up with by Dr. Douglas Graham. And so when I found 30 Bananas a Day, about 6 months after I went raw, it made me happy to realize that there's a group of a couple thousand people out there that are actually following the same lifestyle that I'm following. The group has helped me learn more things, and it has helped me find like recipes, and it's a support group too. So if you have any questions or anything, and you don't have to be vegetarian, vegan, or raw, you don't have to be any of that to join it. You can just join and ask some questions to figure out if you want to go into this lifestyle, or if you have health issues. Like there's some people on there who are fighting cancer and actually have fought cancer with this lifestyle and cured it. And there's diabetics that don't even have to take barely have to take insulin anymore because of this lifestyle. And the community it's really helped to find people out there that just share the same things that you share, because some people they don't understand the way you eat, and they just don't understand why they think that you're a little crazy. I'm so healthy, and I've been following this for 3 years, so I'm obviously not doing anything wrong, and I feel the best I have in my whole life, so I'm going to continue following this for forever.